was the chance for us to work like actually in the land. The living off the land has been the livelihood of our country for thousands and thousands of years. So like the gravity, like I understand the gravity of the situation of making sure that the people can live off the land. So the chance for us to clean up the river and clean up the trail down to the river was really important and really valuable. The next day we got to plant walnut trees, which is a source of income for the village. And then to even help like other villagers picking cherries in their farms, like that was really, really, really important to me, because if you have, you know, good land, if you have land you can live off that's healthy, then that helps the people in the communities and helps our country, because it's a big source of income for a lot of the people in the country. And another thing was just getting to, you know, meet young people from the villages and see how much young people still really care about the country and still care to work in the land and take care of other people in the country and take care of their land. That was really awesome. We literally didn't leave without like getting like 10 people's Instagrams or contact information. Like every single day we met so many new people, which is awesome. Like now we have literal connections back in Lebanon that we can talk to or meet up with every time we go, which is really nice. Also, on the last day we were there, we went to a center called Message of Peace, which is a center for people with special needs. And I think I learned a lot about kind of like the health system in Lebanon. A lot of these people, they're not covered by insurance because there's a lot of stigma and shame in Lebanon around people with disabilities. So to get to interact with those people, to get to interact with the people that help them and work at the center was really eye-opening and just a really awesome experience. I seriously have nothing bad to say about the trip. It was a blast. And then to work with like these amazing people was just so awesome. I just had such a good time.
Bravo.
Thanks for that beautiful speech, Bruce. I also have been to Lebanon from, you know, the time I was born till now, and I've never experienced it like I did this trip. I think everything that we've experienced, from learning about the history at the museums to the Phoenician wall that we saw in one of the cities, and the docks that we saw that the Phoenicians sailed out of, to going to the villages and talking with the people there, you really get like the sense that the Lebanese people are resilient people and they still love the country. And it was really great to talk to the young people and really see that they still really care about the country, and they were helping us clean up the river, and they were helping us plant trees. They allowed us to help the farmers pick the cherries. So it was really great to see that they still care about the country and their hospitality. I think we all know that the Lebanese are really big on hospitality. Everyone that we met was like, come over, like let's get coffee, or like I'll make you coffee, I'll make you dinner. And that was it was really great to see, and I really enjoyed the experience so much, and working with everyone here was just amazing.
For me personally, I had also visited Lebanon a handful of times growing up, but I hadn't been able to go in the past 5 years, and it felt so good to come back and know that I was making a difference in the work I was doing after everything that had happened in the past couple years, seeing all these headlines and whatnot, and not being able to go to the country, let alone put work in to kind of help the people there. And the work was not for the faint of heart, like at all. It was rough, it was grueling, but it was so, so rewarding. Not only that, but just like seeing all the amazing sights that I'd never seen before in my life, making connections with people I might not have ever met. The food was indescribable. Just everything about the trip was amazing, and I highly, highly recommend it.
Hello, my name's Corey Zachary. I had the pleasure of being able to go on this trip with Cedar Seeds. It was my first time in Lebanon. Going to Lebanon is something that has been planned and not come through actually a few times, and I couldn't have asked for a better experience for my first time. It's so difficult to put this mission and service into words because we did so many incredible things. Getting to build bridges and experiencing the culture and things like that. Even, it'll be hard to top this, but like I said, being able to be there and contribute service to the country that we all care so much about and to instill hope in these people was absolutely amazing. I mean, it was a fun trip, but it was not for the faint of heart. We worked hard, we were happy to be there, and it was just a joy to be able to experience this, and I really do want other people to experience it because it's not something you should miss out on.
All right, good job.
So hey everyone, my name is Trey Lavispear. I'm an attorney from Galveston County, Texas. I've been coming to conventions ever since I was about 7 or 8 years old, maybe even before that. This summer I had the opportunity to go on the Cedar Seeds trip to Lebanon. We visited many beautiful cities and villages in Lebanon. We were able to help some less privileged villages, some less privileged people. We had a bunch of humanitarian work. There's still plenty of work to do in Lebanon. We are looking for applicants 18 to 35 years old approximately. There's a little wiggle room on the top end of that as well for our next trip to Lebanon. I wanted to go on this trip because of how much humanitarian work we were planning to do over there in Lebanon. We did a bunch of great stuff for the people. We made some amazing connections. It was beautiful. Every time we went to a village, we would have the entire village come out. All their young people would come out to meet us and see what we were doing for their village. The most memorable part of the trip was all the amazing food that was brought to us by the local villages that we were helping. They introduced us to a bunch of new things. We made a ton of friends, and my Instagram followers increased by like 18%. It was unbelievable. And I learned so much about the culture and the Roman influence and the Greek influence and all the different influences that make up the Lebanese culture. And the last thing I want to say is that Lebanon is a country, but also a lot of times maybe we lose that attachment that it's also our country. And with that, we have to continue to try to help and improve that place because that is part of us also. Thank you.
Bravo.
Good morning, everyone. My name is Jihad Jaha. I was privileged to be on this team. These young men and women did a fantastic job. I don't want to keep it longer, but please, if you are interested, there's a booth outside. If you want to sign up for next year and the next year and the next year and the next year. It's an awesome trip. We cannot describe it. Words can't do it justice. Thank you.
Bravo.
Habibi!